Hi, I'm Toni, and this is your daily tarot reading. Let's see what message the oracles have for you today. We are going to start off with be of service. I just think that's a nice general message, you know? How are you being of service to yourself, and how are you being of service to your others? One of the prayers I pray every single morning is, please show me how to serve and be served. And so that's what this is. Show me how to serve and be served. So let's see what the tarot has to say about that. We're going to begin with the past. Let's see what this is about. Beginning with the past, we have the Page of Wands. Okay, so Page of Wands, this is this energy of just not knowing what you don't know. Okay, it's not that you're not, yes, you are naive to some degree, but it's not that you're naive. It's just you haven't got the information or the knowledge yet that you need to know what you need to know. Okay, and you can't know what you need to know until you find out. Okay, and so there is just this energy of, when we talk about the Page of Wands, this is somebody who is chasing their dreams, following their inspiration. Okay, but in reverse, this is, well, I don't know what I should be doing. I don't know who I am. I don't know what to do. And so this is very interesting that, you know, that we have this card, be of service. This is the energy of not being of service to yourself, of not knowing who you are, or what your mission and purpose in this life is. And so you're not able to be of service to yourself. Okay. You're just kind of stuck wandering, kind of confused, kind of lost energy. Okay. So that's past. Let's see what that has brought us to in the present. Wow, that is so loud. We have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is the card that I call cutting off your nose to spite your face. In other words, yes, you may have won the battle, but did you win the war? You see how this girl has all the swords in her hand, and so she's won the battle, right? She's got all these swords. However, these other girls, they're walking away from her, and you see they're not hurt. They just surrendered. They just said, you know what, I'm tired of fighting, and they laid down their swords and walked away. And so, yeah, okay, great, you won, but it's because the other side got tired of fighting and just surrendered. And so that's kind of an interesting card to have here, because we're talking about being of service, and there's this energy of you not being able to have focus on your own needs. And so if you can't focus on if you don't know what you need and how to be of service to yourself, how are you ever going to be of service to your others? And so here you are, kind of this energy of being on the struggle bus, not sure what it is you need, not sure what anybody else needs, and sure as heck not sure of how to be of service to anyone. It's almost like you're able to take but not give, or give but not take, or both. Okay, it's just like you don't know what to give, what to take, who you are, where you're going. This is just a very confused mess. And so it's like it almost feels this energy of taking too much and not giving enough. So let's see what that is. Let's see where we're moving towards in the future. Okay, that did not. I thought we had a card fly out, but it must have just flipped upside down and gone back into the deck. Let's try that again. All right, here we go. Interesting. Look what you got in reverse. The Ten of Pentacles. This is the sum total of all your choices. And so this is this energy of learn the lesson now, or it's going to catch up to you later. And you're going to either learn it now or you're going to learn it later. This is this energy. Again, you remember we said, talking about the present, she's got all these swords in her hand. This is the energy of taking too much, okay? Of not giving enough, of taking too much, of not being of service to others, of really being focused on yourself. And this will catch up to you, is what this is saying, this Ten of Pentacles. Let's clarify this Ten of Pentacles real quick. Let's get a little bit more information on it. We got, oh buddy, the Tower, abso-freaking-lutely. And notice the Tower, this is Aries, by the way. Notice that this is in reverse. When the Tower is in reverse, this is not about your outside world. This is about the internal thinking. It's about cleaning up the mess, the stinking thinking. And so it feels like there's this moment where you need to ask yourself, where am I taking? Where am I asking too much, and where am I not giving enough? Where am I not, who could I serve? How can I serve? Where can I serve? Because if you don't, here's where we're headed. Life is going to have a very rude awakening for you in the near future. In fact, let's go ahead and get a timing card on that. It's either you look and see where you're being, and I don't want to say selfish, but perhaps a little self-centered, and where you're being very, you're not giving enough, or you're not helping enough, or you're not serving enough. Ask yourself, because I promise you, either you do it now or it's coming for you. Let's get a timing on this. Give me a timing on this Tower and Ten of Pentacles, please. Give me a timing on this Tower and Ten of Pentacles, please. Here we go. Okay, so we are currently, as I'm posting this video, this should be at the end of May. So we're a whole year from now, okay? So whenever you're watching this, whenever the next April is for you. So for me, it's around 11 months at the time I'm posting this, but it could be, next week for you. Whenever you watch this, understand, if you're watching this in time that I'm posting this, that gives you a lot of time. That gives you a solid year to kind of start shifting. And because oftentimes we often think, well, look, I've been doing this thing for a whole week. Why haven't things changed? Why hasn't this boat turned around? Well, look, life is a series of dominoes, and when you hit one, they start falling in line. And so if you've already set off the domino line where things are getting messy and messier and messier, they're going to get messier even for a little while until the new set of dominoes that you've kicked off, the ones where you are now focusing on being of service, focusing less on you but on others, then those dominoes will finally get to going. But you've got to let the ones that you've already kicked off fall, okay? Because you can't stop them. The dominoes are falling, let them fall. Once those are done, now your new ones will have the opportunity. I hope you understood that metaphor. I hope that made sense. I feel like I confused some of you, but the point here is that sometime before next April, it's going to take some time to clean this up. This is not, especially if people are not used to you being of service, if they're used to you being very selfish, self-centered, very just self-focused. It's going to take a while for them to believe that you've changed, that you're a different person. Have patience and keep doing the work. Keep being of service and let others be surprised by your change, okay? So what is the blocks that we need to be aware of that's causing us? Look at this. That is, Spirit is so loud today. King of Wands is in reverse. King of Wands is seeing the big picture. You don't see the big picture of how when you are being very self-focused and you're not being of service to others, when you're not helping others, when you're not, putting their needs first. Because here's the thing. If everybody in the whole world were to put somebody else's needs before their own, if I was to focus on your needs and this person's needs and that person's needs, and everybody outside of them were focusing on everybody else's needs, in other words, one of you would be focusing on my needs, everybody's needs would be met, nobody would be unsatisfied. It's kind of like that, okay? This is the thing. You don't see the big picture. You don't see how this is wearing and tearing and impacting your relationships and your life as a whole. And so it's time to really take yourself out of the center of your world and put yourself on the outside and let everything else within your world shift to the center. Be of service to everything and everyone around you for a little while, and see if the big picture around you doesn't change entirely, because I just don't think you see how much this is impacting not just your relationships, but your health, your finances, your career, your path forward, your mission, and your purpose. Remember, we don't live in a vacuum. Everything is connected. All right, guidance and advice for whoever is watching. Look at that. 2 double kings. King of Cups is in reverse, and the underlying energy, we have the 9 of Wands in the Tower. Tower is definitely wanting to come out again. This is very much about you learning to recognize where you are putting up defenses. Look, the advice here is if you, the King of Cups is in reverse. And so the thing about that is there's this energy of almost like you're stomping your feet and saying, but I don't want to change, or I want it my way, or I don't want to do this differently, or I don't want to have to do anything differently. Well, that's fine. You can hold on to that energy. And if you do, that's your choice. But understand, life's coming for you one way, shape, or form or another. There is the 9 of Pentacles. This is your defenses, and this is your unhealed core wounds coming up. And this is you having to heal them, okay? So part of this and not understanding that you are being a little self-focused, maybe not serving others, has to do with some unhealed core wounds and about you getting your needs met. And so probably, if I had to guess, this has to do with maybe even your childhood, and there were parts of your childhood where you were neglected and your needs weren't met. And so now you kind of focus on that, and others are serving you instead of you serving others. And so this is a real big shift of you you up until this point have not understood how much you putting yourself in the middle of your world and making the whole world revolve around you has impacted not just you, but your whole world and everybody around you. But if you don't wake up to that, you're about to find out, okay? That is really what the bottom line here is. It's either wake up to the fact, shift this energy, become so that you are not kind of demanding that it's all about you, but instead being a loving and gentle, Be the change you wish to see. Be of service to others. Because if you don't, I promise you without any doubt, you're going to find out in April that you wish you had. Okay, this tower is no joke. This is pretty fundamental. You see those wands being shot at her? Like I said, be of service now or find out later, okay? All right, this was a very interesting reading and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like, comment, share, or subscribe. I would love for you to come back. And if you do, I hope I get to see you again. You take care of yourself till I see you again. I love you.